get very bored, and I just go and I take Buzzfeed quizzes. Because I'm so bored and they're so stupid. But I take them, and the other day I took a SpongeBob like trivia quiz. Like, oh, you're not a true fan of SpongeBob unless you know 10 out of 10 of these answers. I'm like, okay, I should know all of these
Sticky sweet.
because I love SpongeBob. And then I got in there, and like half of the answers to their questions were wrong. They were telling me that I was wrong, and I'm like, well, you didn't even have the right answer on here. So yeah, I'm wrong. You didn't give me the option to be right. and one of them was like, oh, at what place did Squidward work for a while? That's not the Krusty Krab. And it was like the place that makes the kelp shakes. He worked there, and I'm like, no, he didn't. That's a newer episode, so I've seen it a lot less. But I know for a fact he did not do that. He did not work there. That's not true. No, but another one was what's the name of the monster from? And it was some. The thing was, like, it was like about the Alaskan bullworm, but it wasn't like. Oh my god! I need to pull up this quiz quickly so I can remember this question. Here we go. I'm willing to say that actually no one can ace this obscure SpongeBob quiz, but look up. But good luck. Shut up. And then the first question on this obscure SpongeBob quiz is, what is SpongeBob's pet snail's name? Who do you think I am? Yeah. Oh, I think it's Larry. Larry is an option on there. You should choose Larry instead of Gary. And then I'll give them this. The next one. What is the address of SpongeBob's Pineapple House? Now I do know that he lives on Conch Street. I didn't know the number. Apparently it's 124, and that's the only one that they had on Conch Street, so I knew it was that one. But so I guess that one's fine if that's true. What is the name of the restaurant where SpongeBob works? What instrument does Squidward play? Clarinet. Oh my god, I know everything about SpongeBob because I know that Squidward plays a clarinet. What is SpongeBob's driving school teacher? Like that? What's the name of Sandy Cheeks' house? So dumb. What is the name of the evil villain who lives in a giant bucket and wants to steal the secret formula? What's the name of SpongeBob's favorite superhero? What's the name of Mr. Krabs' daughter? Everyone knows that. What is the name of the superhero alter ego of Mermaid and Barnacle Boy? Well, that's just not. And the answers are the Amazing Justice League of Super Acquaintances or the International Justice League of Super Acquaintances, which that's the answer, but that's not the answer to that question. That's not their alter ego. That's just when they were in a group of superheroes. That's what they're called. And this one made me really mad. What does Patrick suggest as the name for his and SpongeBob's new club in the episode Club SpongeBob? And I'm like, he suggested a name? And the answer is the Jelly Spotters. The Jelly Spotters? Really? You think it's the Jelly Spotters? That's not their club. That's not their club. That's with Kevin, the sea cucumber. Patrick is never part of that club. And that's not in the episode Club SpongeBob. That's not the one. Kevin's club, yes. What is the name of the fast food restaurant where Squidward works for a short time? And it's the Kelp Shake, which is not true. He doesn't work there. What is the name of the health inspector in the episode Nasty Patty? And it's Officer Nancy. He's not an officer. That's one of the officer's name because he's not a police officer. So that's not his name. What is the name of SpongeBob's boss in the episode The Fry Cook, which is King Neptune? I think that's true. What is the name of the imaginary world created by SpongeBob and Patrick? What's the name of the imaginary world created by SpongeBob and Patrick? Oh, the answer is the magic conch shell. Oh, that's not an imaginary world. That's not, they didn't name that. Yeah, Robot Pirate Island would have been yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But no, that's not the episode they're talking about. They're talking about What is the name of the sea monster who terrorizes Bikini Bottom in the episode The Algae's Always Greener? You can't get the name of the episode right? The Algae's Always Greener. I'm looking for crabs or maybe even plankton. I'm like, who's the monster? The sea monster. It's the Alaskan bullworm. That's the wrong episode. That's the wrong episode. He's not in that episode. He's only in one episode. He's only in one episode. And what's the name of Squidward's rival? Squilliam Fancy Sun. Yay. Oh my god. I was just very mad at that. But all the comments are also the answers are wrong. So many of them are wrong. No, okay, but sorry, that made me angry. I'm like, who in this day and age, who's writing this Buzzfeed quiz for Buzzfeed that's who doesn't know anything about SpongeBob? What is, everyone knows, almost all of those things about SpongeBob.
It wasn't meant for you anyway.
It doesn't make any sense. Random people, I'm pretty sure, can just make quizzes, but I feel like they have to, check them to make sure that people aren't, writing terrible things and putting them up. So I still blame them for not knowing what episode the Alaskan bullworm is from. Yes, because there's a billion of those people, especially who probably work at Buzzfeed. It's just common things that everyone knows. If you're gonna make the questions so simple, make them right. Shouldn't get so heated. I do those quizzes because I think they're dumb, but I mean, every child who is around my age, or I'm not a child, everyone who grew up around when I did, we were all obsessed with SpongeBob, so it's we wanted, you need to get it right.